Ultra rare, low miles, and almost perfect condition. This is a 2018 Alfa Romeo 4C. A lot of you guys might not know about this Alfa Romeo, but it is here at Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach. And I have to show this thing off to you guys, options, features, and the for sale price, and see if this is a perfect Alfa Romeo for you enthusiasts out there. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where something you don't see too often. Yeah, I know that was corny. 4C is behind us here today. Get excited because this is a 2018 Alfa Romeo 4C. I don't remember when the last time we had a 4C on the channel. It might have been like a couple of years ago, guys. And this one is actually for sale here at Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach. So with that said, I wanted to get the opportunity to show off a 4C. Some people here that are newer subscribers might not even know that this thing exists. I know it's a shame, but since these have been discontinued in 2020, well, these have been few and far between on coming across some. And now we have one here that's, well, you know, 6 years old, but still in great shape and low mileage. So with that said, anyone looking for a 4C, I see one in your future. Let's check this thing out. Now, the biggest thing we need to talk about when it comes to the 4C is its overall size is what makes it special. Only 2,070 pounds for the entire car, 236 pounds for the carbon fiber chassis. Now, with that said, the size itself, 157 inches in length, 46.6 inches in height, and a width of 73.5 inches. That makes it so nimble, so light, so friendly when it comes to mashing on the gas of this 4C. And to add to that, the entire wheelbase is only 93.7 inches with a 64.5 inch front track and a 61.1 inch rear. An actual 4C in the flesh. It's been a long time. I saw one of the first launch editions back in 2014, and this is when Alfa Romeo entered the States again, is with the 4C launch edition, which was, I believe, a 2015 model. Shortly after that, I bought the first Maserati Ghibli right out of this dealership in 2014, December. So yeah, this is the first Alfa I saw in the flesh, and this was back when they brought it back to the States. This is the first thing that they brought. So here we are coming full circle. Now, this is not a 2015 launch edition, but it's a 2018 done in beautiful Bianco or white. As you guys can see, it's just a nice gloss white here. And with the Alfa Romeo 4C, you know, design language, you're gonna get this Scudetto and Trilobo up front because, you know, that is Alfa in general, but you will have that mesh grille right inside of here as well, with the front fascia having the mesh grille as well, and the black plastics to go around it. But this is all functional because it is breathable. Now with the 4C, you have this big lighting cluster, and it looks really good with the 4C script and carbon fiber around the lighting cluster itself. Check that out, guys. That is details, carbon fiber all around this thing, looking so good. We will see this all illuminated shortly, but I want you guys, again, per usual, to, when I do these used cars, spot the flaws. See if you guys can find anything that's wrong with these as far as, you know, road rash or anything like that. You know, everything looks good here, but you guys might see something that I don't, and something that maybe the camera picks up that I don't see with my naked eye. So check these out, because with this being such a low car, I mean, hey, it can pick up some rock chips, it can do all that kind of road rash stuff, but for where I'm seeing it, this looks pretty spectacular when it comes to the front fascia. What do you guys think? Now, when we come to the side profile, it looks very special. All right, first off, 19-inch wheels in the front, 20 inches in the back. These wheels are an option, and with these 5-hole wheels, it's gonna be a bigger price, but we will do that in the sticker breakdown with the red calipers, white script, Brembo brakes, Alfa Romeo insignia right there in the center. Looking really good, and this has a track tune suspension, part of a package we have here as well. Also part of a package is the carbon fiber mirror caps that you guys see here as well. So that is going to be an option that we will see in the sticker breakdown. Now, coming along, you will see nice sloping roof line. You'll see the fuel cap here as well. All right, the nice indentation with the cooling ducts right there into this mid-engine setup here to help cool that engine in the back. And then coming along to the side into the rear haunches, you'll see the reflector right there in the back. Looking really good in this overall spec. Again, such a tiny, feisty car, such a driver's car, such a beautiful car. Now, coming along to the rear, one of the most recognizable angles of the Alfa Romeo 4C. And we do have another option that sticks out here, part of a package, is that carbon fiber trunk spoiler. So that is also part of a package you guys will see in the sticker breakdown as well. Now what's nice is you can see that 1.7 liter engine tucked away right there with breathable vents on each side and even at the top for cooling. But it is nice that you're able to see the engine right here from the outside. Now that glass is a little tinted, but still. Now you also have some breathable vents on each side of these rear arches here for the haunches in the back. All right, functional to help it breathe. Big circular tail lamps, as you guys will see. We'll see those illuminated shortly. Alfa Romeo insignia right there in the center. And then coming down below, the rear diffuser, that same honeycomb grille that you've seen throughout the car when it comes to the breathable and airflow aspects. Dual exhaust tips, the reflectors down there as well, and a nice wavy like shark fin design for the rear diffuser. And again, going through all of this, have you guys spotted any scratches, any marks, any dents? This thing is pretty perfect to me. I mean, like I said, I'm just looking through this camera lens, but I don't see anything right now but perfection. Now here's something I wanted to show you guys. With only 10,000 4Cs ever being made, this is something that a lot of people don't know much about, and that is because on this side profile, you notice it's pretty standard, pretty simple, right? On the driver's side, there is a carbon fiber side air duct, a little scoop here. Wonder why? It is actually for transmission cooling, and I believe that North American models here in the United States had these put on. I'm not exactly sure if this is the same for European models, but that's something to know. If you're wondering why there's a scoop on one side and not another, it's not because you're missing a scoop, but you know, with this 6-speed automatic transmission, it needs some cooling, so to let some air through or out, well, you got that air duct right there. All right, I know you guys want to know what this is all about. Had to do this with two hands when it comes to propping up the rear deck lid here to reveal something very beautiful. A 1.7 liter, 237 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque engine that gives us a 0 to 60 in around 4.1 seconds with a top speed of 160 miles per hour. Now keep in mind, this is all achieved because of that carbon fiber tub that only weighs 236 pounds and the overall 2,070 curb weight that you have on this model. It's small, it's light, it's powerful. We do have a little trunk space here as well, around 3.7 cubic feet. And what's special, as you guys couldn't tell, indoor car cover with the Alfa Romeo bag here. I don't even know if this was even open, but it's good to know that you have an indoor car cover. You also have your tire inflate kit and tools inside of this bag with the Alfa Romeo branding there. And then you got different bottles for your fluids, your owner's manual in here, towels, stuff like that. So we got illumination here. I'm not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see this because for the sun, but we do have those headlamps there with the turn indicators right above them. And then you guys will see, now let's actually go to this side. Might be a little darker. You guys can see the whole setup here. All right, with the headlight here, the LED light here, the turn indicator there. So that's what we look like on illumination. And then we have the turn indicator on the front fender. And then the big tail lamps doing their thing, shining through, looking so cool. Take a step back. That is just one beautiful machine. Now, you guys ready to watch me struggle? Because I don't care who you are, there's no 100% graceful way to step inside of a 4C. So I normally do like the button spin method where I plant my butt in first, all right, and then leg over, because we have a big, and I probably just kicked that, we have a big carbon fiber bucket here. As we can see, this tub is just I mean, it's beautiful, but we don't want to kick it and scratch it up. But this might take some, casualty in the midst of it. But I'd rather do a little small scuff on that can be wiped off than scraping up that beautiful carbon fiber bucket side sill there. So here we are inside of a 4C. I'm gonna have to do a different view in a second here so you guys will be able to get the whole overall scope of this, because with it being so tiny in here, well, I have to hold the camera closer to myself to even get the full scale of inside of here. So let's, we'll do something a little different. But with that said, this feels like home. All right, this is a little bit better, right? Let's fire this thing up. We got the old style key fob. Check that out. Yep, we got the little flicker. I mean, that is very Italian. Ferrari, Maserati had the same key fob. And yeah, we're gonna stick this thing here and put on the brake. There she is. Now, a lot of what you're seeing in here when it comes to the spec are options. Now, I don't remember the exact name of the options, but we do it in a sticker breakdown. But you got like a carbon fiber interior package. You got like a, what else do they call it? A coupe package. A bunch of other stuff as far as packages go. So I think you have a leather package, all that. So let's talk about what we see, because this Alcantara steering wheel, yeah, with that perforated leather and the flat bottom and red stitching, that is a package, all right? We have things like the leather dash and everything, but with the Rosso stitching as a package. 4C right here, done with carbon fiber on that plate. It's part of a package. This is a carbon fiber group package, all right? We have things like the vents here, the HVAC vents. Yeah, carbon fiber wrapped. That is part of a package as well. Rosso seats, part of a carbon fiber, or not carbon fiber, part of a leather package as well. The stitching right there, looking really cool. It's really weird to see. I mean, there's a wall there. We're not used to Alphas anymore with the wall. And then we can look back there, see our little 4C engine. All right, we can also come back to the front where we will see the straps on the door. We will see the leather with the Rosso stitching, that carbon tub just showing out at all times, which makes it really cool. You guys will also see the aluminum pedals down there. All right, we will see things all over the place that gives us very Alfa-esque vibes. Carbon fiber right here in the central tunnel. It's so Italian. Again, it's so Alfa Romeo that we're used to in the past. Not as much anymore. This is more raw Alfa Romeo. So where do I start? Because there's a lot going on here. So we talked about the steering wheel. Look at how simple this is. You have your airbag. You have your horn. You have paddle shifters. That's it. That's all that's on your steering wheel. All right. So this thing is simplified down. All right. There's not much you need on here. Okay. You have your stocks for your lighting controls right here on the side, windshield wipers, and then you can set your trip and everything right here. All right. For your odometer. You can do your menu buttons here as well with the HVAC vents. And then you have your instrument cluster, which is digital here. I know a lot of people are like, Alfa Romeo did digital instrument clusters? Yeah, back in the 4Cs they did. Also, you can see the carbon fiber bezel around the instrument cluster, again, part of a package. And then again, the vents done in carbon as well, part of a package. This was always fun because we had this like Alpine radio to take off the faceplate. If you guys grew up back in the day, you remember that if you got these aftermarket, you would take off the faceplate and put it in your pocket when you went inside the store and stuff so people wouldn't steal your faceplate for your radio. Yeah, it's so weird to have an Alfa Romeo with a stock Alpine radio like this. So I want to change the view again to get a little bit closer to this, because to the naked eye, it makes sense, right? Automatic, manual, first gear, neutral, drive. All right. Now, if I put on the brake in the first gear, you see it goes to 1 right there at the top. It says 1. Now, if I press that manual button, see it changes to manual. All right. Now we're back to auto. If I press neutral, you see we're in neutral now. If I press reverse, we're in reverse. And we have an added backup camera here. And do you know why? It's because in 2018, it was regulated in the United States that all vehicles had to come standard stock out of the gate with a rear view backup camera. This is a 2018 model, and Alfa Romeo did not have that fitted, so it was added on after for a lot of models. And that's what we have here today. All right, so to meet regulations, to be imported into the States, backup cameras. Now we're not done. All right, so this is for our mirror controls here. So if you're wondering how you actually adjust your mirrors, you do it with this. Left mirror, right mirror. All right, so that's how I will control these mirrors and move them around. Hazard button, pretty self-explanatory. Window controls, you roll up and down your windows. And we know what this is, DNA drive mode selector. Dynamic, natural, advanced efficiency. That's Alfa Romeo's DNA that's been in cars since the beginning. So, dynamic, most aggressive driving mode. Natural, everyday driving mode. You know, bumper to bumper traffic, stuff like that, which is not fun in this car. And then advanced efficiency, best on fuel economy, all right? So you do have that as well. Now, if I were to put this in drive, or should I say first, I'm gonna first, to move anywhere, have to put down the parking brake. Now I'm ready to go. Now moving this thing is kind of crazy. All right, so this steering, there's no power steering in this thing. All right, none. So you crank this thing like a boat. It is tough. You are moving this thing like I can't do it with one hand, or I can, but it's gonna be tough, and I don't want to do it around these cars. It's a driving experience, but this is a raw driving experience. So no power steering in this. So you're cranking this thing and going, and this thing likes to go. It doesn't like to creep. It doesn't like to just mosey along, which I said, you know, bumper to bumper traffic in this is not the funnest. But when you are going in this, it really just is a driving experience like no other. And that's why the 4C is a driver's car, is an enthusiast car. It's one that if you are into driving, this is the car you guys are gonna want. I'm telling you, this is it right here, pinnacle of all of that. But with that said, I know it's a quick overview of the inside of this 4C. A lot of people know it, a lot of people love it. I just had to show it off, especially for the new Alfa Romeo fans and subscribers. Look the 4C up, all right? This is the real Alfa Romeo right here in front of you. So before I get to the sticker, keep in mind, this is important right here. Carfax information, letting you know the services. So service, history, records, no damage, no accidents, personal vehicle, last owned up north of Michigan, hey, where I'm from. Last reported reading on the odometer, 17,234 miles. Since then, it's gone less than what? 30, yeah, another 30 miles. That's it. 17,261. So actually less than that. So yeah, there we go. So just to let you guys know, here we are. We've had 1 to 2 owners the first time, then the third owner, then the fourth owner. No problems throughout. So keep in mind, if you guys want to get into this car, you have all the things you need to know everything that's been done to it. And this is important when buying a used car. And we know Alfa Romeo, it's important as well. All right. So with that said, we have it here. Now we will get to the sticker and see what that's all about. So I'm going to actually put it on top of this. And there we are. So started life at $55,000 for this model, $55,900. After the options on it, it went all the way up to $70,745. So basically around $15,000 worth of options. How did we get there? Well, we got the red leather seats, $1,500 for these sport bucket seats. We have the coupe convenience group for a package, it looks like, $1,400. It gives you the security alarm, cruise control, and rear parking assist system. Now, $2,000 for the carbon interior. So that's the carbon fiber instrument panel, the carbon fiber shift bezel, the carbon fiber air vents, carbon fiber cluster bezel as well. And then you have the Coupe Track Package 1, leather microfiber steering wheel, and a race tuned suspension with the carbon fiber exterior mirrors. Now you also have performance tires here, all right, for the R18 and R19s, performance tires here, $1,200. Then you have the 5-hole wheels at $2,500. Now then we get a little bit closer, and the leather trimmed interior is $2,000, and the Brembo brake calipers, $350 with the destination charge at $1,595. So that's how we got to that $70,000 price tag. Now, you guys want to know how much Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach is selling it for. Well, first, let me go over. Let me keep you waiting just a little bit longer to all the standard equipment that came at the $55,900 price tag, and to show you guys everything here. All right, so make sure you guys double check that, because that was everything that came standard. All right, now you're wondering, How much are they selling it for 6 years later and 17,000 miles later? All right, guys, so if you go on Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach's website right now, link in the description, you're going to see $61,976. I'll put it up here on the screen for you guys to see. $61,976 currently, which means we only depreciate it after those options around $9,000 for a 6-year-old 4C with 17,000 miles on it. Now, we all knew the 4Cs kept their value, so we knew it was going to be, basically pretty simple when it comes to the pricing, but that is worth it in my opinion. Again, being an Alfa Romeo enthusiast, being someone who knows what these cars are all about and what they are used for, this is your weekend warrior. This is one that you're going to take out to car shows and everybody's going to look at. This is the one that's going to stop traffic when people see it. And then when people do know what it is, they're definitely going to talk to you about it and ask you about it. And the people who don't know what it is are going to talk to you and ask you about it. So this is one of those cars to where with these options on it, with everything here, and with what it is, and with the Alfa Romeos that we know coming in the future, this is one that's definitely sought after. So $61,976 is an expected price, but for me, again, with $15,000 of options, I definitely think it's worth it. What do you guys think? Drop those comments down below. Again, for me, worth the money. We kind of know these things aren't coming around anymore. We know that if Alfa Romeo makes anything like this again, it won't be like this ever again. All right, so this is purebred Alfa Romeo that we know and love, and this is your opportunity to own one of these. So with that said, if you guys want to get this car, well, first, give the video a big thumbs up if you want to support, but also check the links in the description for Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach website for the link to this car. Give them a call, phone number's there as well. Try to see if you can get this off of the lot and into your driveway, please, before I come and make some kind of crazy decision. Now, with that said, also, if you guys want to help further support the channel, check the links down below. I appreciate the extra love. You guys can also subscribe, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And guys, with that said, we will see you in the next one. Peace.